Today we are back with another food tour in one of my absolute favorite cities to visit ever, Seattle. You guys know how much I love Seattle. I literally can't stay away too long, and in my last Seattle food tour video, a lot of you guys were putting your recommendations for Seattle in the comments below, and so you might see that we stopped by some of your recommendations in this video. We're eating in Seattle for a whole week, so this video is going to be split up into 2 parts, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on part 2. So yeah, grab your snack, grab your boba, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so our first stop on the Seattle trip is Qin Xi'an Noodles. They're a hand-pulled noodle spot, and if you know me, you know I love hand-pulled noodles. Last time we came to Seattle, our first stop was actually a different hand-pulled noodle place called Biang Biang Noodles, and I've always wanted to try this one, but we didn't have time last time, so it's only right to start out our food tour with this hand-pulled noodle spot. So here I have the hot oil seared noodle, and it looks like it's basically just their really wide hand-pulled noodles with some bok choy and the hot oil poured over it. It smells really fragrant and aromatic. Look at how long these are. Oh my gosh. It's like a never-ending noodle. Wow, the hot oil flavor really comes through. It definitely has a kick to it. I can feel the spicy tinglies on my taste buds, and it has like a garlic flavor to it. It's very fragrant and aromatic, and it actually has a very strong like vinegary, acidic flavor as well. The noodle texture, personally, I prefer ones that are even more chewy and bouncy than these ones, but they definitely do the job. And then we also got some liang pi, which are cold noodles. These are made differently than the other hand-pulled noodles, and I ordered these because it's so hot in Seattle right now. I don't do well in hot weather, but yeah, these are actually refreshing because they're cold, and they also have these cucumbers as well. Wow, that was one long noodle. This one actually is bouncier and more QQ than the other ones. Probably because they're cold, they get like a chewier texture to it. Although they are thinner, they hold on to the flavor really well. Very refreshing. Like, this is the perfect thing to eat on a hot day. Whenever I eat these kinds of noodle dishes, I get worried that the chili oil will splash on me. And so that's why I wore black today, so I don't have to worry about that. But someone wore white. Hey. And then we also ordered their chili oil wontons, because for me personally, if I see chili oil wontons on the menu, I'm gonna order it. All the wrapper kind of collected on the top, and when you eat it, you can definitely feel it in your mouth because it gets kind of tough. And there's actually a good amount of filling ratio in these, but the chili oil flavor isn't anything spectacular, so I think I would skip on this one next time. And then we also ordered their garlic cucumber salad. Very crunchy and refreshing, has nice flavor from the chili oil and the garlic. Cucumber salad truly hits different on a hot day. So refreshing.
I did what I was supposed to. There's nothing left for me to do. So now I'm poking out my head through open windows. Cause that's what I feel like. Do it tonight.
Alright, we just stopped by Baiten. It's right down the street from the hand-pulled noodle place we just ate at. We got their matcha sundae. On the bottom, it looks like there's some sort of jellies, some cream, matcha, syrup, mochi, some red bean. Oh. I think the soft serve itself is like a milk flavor, creamy, rich, thick, and it's a big piece of mochi too. I kind of wish they cut it up smaller. Very soft and chewy. It's like biting into a pillow. Really good. And then I also wanted to try some of their fruit sandos, but we just ate at the noodle place and I was like, I'm too full for that. But I saw that they have these little cute mini ones. It's so cute. It's like almost too cute to eat. That strawberry is amazing. It's so sweet. It has such a pure like strawberry flavor. Like, it tastes so fresh. The bread that they use is so soft and pillowy and fluffy. This is really good.
You want me to say something? I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen. You want me to say something?
Alright, we just got some drinks at Don't Yell at Me, and Bird got this watermelon chrysanthemum drink, and you can see the little pretty flowers in there. It's so cute. So then what I got is the osmanthus jasmine milk tea with osmanthus tea jelly. So I'm gonna shake it up. And of course we have our fin de glass boba straw, link in the description as always. Look at the tea jelly in there, it's so pretty. Oh wow, that osmanthus tea jelly is super floral. There's even some bits of flower in there, or like the osmanthus. So that part is a little bit too floral, but let me try the jasmine milk tea. Decently strong tea flavor. Personally, I think it could be creamier, but I actually don't mind it because it's hot out today, so it's actually very refreshing. Bird insists that I try his drink too. Wow, that's really interesting. It is like wintermelon, but usually when you order wintermelon, it's like super duper sweet. This one is not super duper sweet, so I don't know, Bird, I don't know if you're gonna like it. It almost tastes like you're drinking cold soup.
Does kind of taste like cold soup. I don't know, honestly, kind of the cold soup flavor is kind of growing on me. Order this if you like cold soup drink.
Too long, but I don't wanna come down. Caught up in a long free fall.
Okay, so we just got some tacos from Tacos Chukis, and this place was kind of hard to find because there was no signage like outside the building. So it's in a building and on the second floor of the building. So I was very confused. We got their house special taco, and it comes with adobada, grilled pineapple, melted cheese, guacamole, salsa, onions, and cilantro. And then we actually brought them over to our Airbnb because there's like this nice rooftop at the Airbnb we're staying at. So we're enjoying the view and enjoying our tacos. The meat is really nicely seasoned. It has a lot of flavor. The melted cheese brings a nice creaminess, and this also isn't actually very spicy. The onions and cilantro and guacamole, of course, complement the taco so well, and that grilled pineapple has this tangy sweetness that just goes together perfectly with the meat.
When you're on my side, high up in the sky.
Dinner at Rondo. So to start off, we have this uni hand roll. Whoa, the uni is so creamy, has a lot of nice umami flavor, and it literally just melts in your mouth. And they also put like a shiso leaf in here, so it really brightens up the flavor of the hand roll. We also got these Wagyu uni crispy rice. Look at this, oh my goodness. Whoa, the crispy rice is so crispy, and I really love the Wagyu with it. The Wagyu has a really nice like beefy rich flavor. It complements the crispy rice super well, and the uni of course melts in your mouth, but I feel like the Wagyu is the prominent flavor in this dish. I really like this one actually. Then I got a salmon chirashi donburi. It looks like there's cubes of raw salmon as well as some little bits of cooked salmon too. I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce. Salmon is really nice and fatty. You get a crunch from these little pickled radishes, which adds a really interesting contrast in texture. You also have little bits of ikura, the salmon roe, and that adds a nice saltiness to it. And a different texture too, because it like pops in your mouth, you know? We first tried this last year when we visited Seattle. I remember I got the peach jasmine cheese tea and I was surprised at how much I liked it. So this time I got their matcha ube latte, which has matcha, milk, and ube jam. And I also added some boba on the bottom. Of course, we're gonna use our Fee Mei Mei Gloss boba straw. Link will be in the description as always. Let's give it a mix. Whoa, you get that bit of grainy texture. So I do suspect that they use real ube for this. The boba does have a nice bouncy chewiness, and you can definitely tell that they soak the boba in some sort of sweetener because as you chew down on it, it releases the sweetness. For some reason, the boba also is getting stuck in my teeth a little bit, which is a very rare thing to happen. But I feel like in this drink, the matcha and the ube, they're kind of like fighting each other a little bit. I taste the ube and I kind of taste the matcha, but like they don't go together super well, if that makes sense. But let's go ahead and try Bird's drink, which is the caramel Thai milk tea. And they say that the reason their Thai milk tea isn't orange is because they don't use food coloring. Let's go ahead and give this a mix. Ooh, it's like spicy. It has like a chai flavor. It tastes like fall, like a pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's like if pumpkin spice latte and milk tea had a baby.
It is like pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, it tastes like a pumpkin spice latte, kind of. I mean, without the pumpkin, I guess, just the spices. I think next time maybe I just stick to the peach jasmine cheese tea because I liked that last time.
Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel farther away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you.
Alright, for dinner we are at the Fiora. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the interior is literally so beautiful. There's so many flowers everywhere. They literally just got the aesthetic so on point over here. So I ordered 3 different dishes for us to try. The first one that we got is the crab fried rice. And it has so many nice big chunks of fresh crab. And it's chopped with this scrambled egg. So let's cut into this. Ooh, got a bite with some egg, some crab, and some fried rice. I really like the texture of the egg. It's nice and fluffy, a little bit runny, and the chunks of fresh crab, super, super nice. I think personally, I would prefer if the rice was a little bit more dry. This is a little too wet for my liking because I prefer my fried rice a little on the drier side. It also comes with a little bit of this green sauce, so I'm gonna try it with that. Whoa, the green sauce is very like bright and acidic. Wow, it really like freshens up the flavor of the fried rice. I really like it with that green sauce. And then we also got their Di Fiora signature carbonara. It's organic spaghetti, tiger prawns, bacon, mushroom, Asian herbs, white onions, heavy cream, egg yolk, and masago caviar. It has some Asian elements with the Asian herbs and the masago, but then some Italian elements, obviously, because it's carbonara. Let's crack this egg yolk on top. Oh, look at that. I am a sucker for a runny yolk. Let's give it a try.
I think.
Wow, that is so rich and decadent and creamy, luxurious feeling in your mouth. Oh my goodness. I got some of that tiger prawn. So nice and juicy and crunchy. It has a beautiful snap to it. The egg yolk adds this nice rich creaminess, like an umami-ness to it too. And I got these pops of the masago as well. And then last but not least, we also got their basil sticky rice burger, which I thought was so interesting because it comes with these sticky rice buns. That's so interesting. The sticky rice surprisingly works really well as a bun. I do really like the chewy texture, and then the burger is nice and meaty. I do think that the flavor could be stronger, but this is super, super unique. Like, I've never had a burger quite like this before.
And if you could read my mind, will you make your way towards mine?
Just hit me with those brown eyes. Wanna take a ride, wanna roll the dice. I'm not just another one of the nice guys. Open up your clouds to blue skies. It feels right. Brown eyes. Something just tells me that they don't lie. Looking for a girl that's my ride or die. Think you'd
famous cafe and bar. And today is actually July 4th, so hopefully we can go see some fireworks later. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, first up, we have to caffeinate ourselves. Here we have the iced ube latte. So I think there's some kind of ube syrup on the bottom with milk and coffee on top. All right, let's mix it up. Oh my gosh, it has such a pretty purple color. Whoa. Has such a nice strong coffee flavor, but it's not like overly bitter or anything. It's nice and sweet. You do get a subtle hint of that ube syrup in there as well. It's not like super strong or anything, but you can definitely taste a little bit there. I really like this one. Then the second drink we got is their matcha lilikoi, and I love lilikoi anything. Let's give it a mix. Oh, it's bubbly. I didn't expect the carbonation. But wow, this is really nice and refreshing. I actually really like the matcha in this because you do get a strong matcha flavor, but it's also not bitter or like grassy at all. And at the same time, it's not like overly sweet either. There is a subtle passion fruit flavor in there, but not super duper strong. The level of carbonation is perfect too, because I'm not someone who really likes to drink soda or carbonated drinks. Sometimes I just think it's just like too much carbonation, but this is a nice level. And then of course I had to try some of their baked goods. So I got their ube cookie, of course. You guys know I love ube. So let's break this in half. Oh, look at that. Ooh, it kind of looks like cakey almost. Nice and vibrant purple color. This is like a cake and cookie hybrid. Like the inside is kind of like a dense cake, but the outside still has the crisp of a cookie. You do get a subtle hint of the ube flavor. And then we also got their brown butter chocolate chip cookie. It looks like there's some flakes of sea salt on top. So let's break this apart. Look at that cross section. You can see all those chocolate chips in there. The outside does have a little bit of a crisp. There's a good amount of those chocolate chips, and you do get the saltiness of the flaky sea salt on top. Next time when I come back, because I definitely will be back, I want to try some of their other baked goods too. They have lots of flavors of cheesecake like panda and ube. They have a buko pie, which I was very interested in.
Brown eyes, wanna take a ride, wanna roll the dice. I'm not just another one of the nice guys. Open up your clouds to blue skies. It feels right. Brown eyes, something just tells me that they don't lie. Looking for a girl that's my ride or die. Think you'd be the one, don't know why. Just feels right. Oh, I got so many things to say to you. I wanna be the one to make a move. And if you can't decide, I can change your mind. I feel some new kind of motion. Your call, where are we going? My heart's nuts and
All right, our next stop in Chinatown is Mike's Noodle House, and this place has been on my list to try for a long time, and I never got around to it, but I'm so glad that we're getting to try it today. Also, we tried to go to a few places before this, but since it's 4th of July, things were like closed or they closed early, so I'll have to come back for those. But here we ordered their beef and wonton soup. Inside, there's the wontons and beef, of course. Also, it has these noodles. This broth also looks amazing. Wow, that is comfort in a bowl. The noodles are nice and springy. They're very thin, so it actually has a really nice texture when you bite into it. Literally, it's so hot today in Seattle, and so I wasn't really in the mood to have hot noodle soup, but this is just so good, I can't help it. The flavor of the broth is super beefy, yet also light at the same time. It pairs perfectly with the noodles. Let's try one of these wontons. Wonton wrapper, nice and silky and thin, and I believe the filling is shrimp and pork. The shrimp was really nice and snappy, and there was a good amount of that pork filling in there too. And then we also ordered their handmade fishball noodle soup. Right now they're having a handmade fishball and fish cake special, and they recommended me to order it in their noodle soup. This broth looks lighter than the beef one. This fishball is so nice and soft. Packs a lot of that fish flavor. Also, there's green onions throughout it, which really brightens it up. And I personally love onions so much, so it's a great addition. These are some impressive fish balls. Again, with the thin, springy noodles, I can only imagine how comforting it is to eat here during a Seattle winter. When it's raining outside, all you want is a bowl of hot noodle soup. But even in the summer, this hits. Also, pro tip, this place is cash only, so remember to bring your cash. We did not remember to bring our cash, but they said that there's an ATM down the street, so I think we'll be okay. But if you can help it, bring some cash.
brown eyes, something don't lie. Looking for a girl that's my ride or die. Think you'd be the one, don't know why. Just feels right. You say no things I can't resist. I plead and beg, just one more kiss.
All right, now we are at Taurus Ox and they serve Laos food here. First up, we have their Laos sausage and we ordered it with their jiao tomato. I hope I said that correctly. Basically, it's a pork sausage made with garlic, lemongrass, lime leaf, chili, and scallions. And we're gonna dip it in this kind of sauce. It's supposed to be kind of spicy and tomatoey. Whoa, this sausage is a flavor bomb. You definitely get like a strong lemongrass flavor. I also taste a good amount of garlic as well. And woo, it is a bit spicy too. I think that's from the dipping sauce. Literally a flavor explosion in your mouth. And then for entrees, we got the Lao burger, which honestly is what I came here to try. I heard so many good things about it. It's 2 smashed burger patties with provolone cheese, jiao tomato, jiao mayo, cured pork belly, pickled onions, taro stem, and cilantro. Let's open this up. Oh my God, it looks so juicy. You can see the onions in there and the fresh cilantro. That's good. The burger patty is nice and juicy. It's literally dripping all over my hands. The creaminess from the cheese. It's like so interesting because, you know, I'm used to having a cheeseburger, but this has completely different flavors. You get that nice fresh cilantro with the pickled onions, which adds acidity and crunch. And the sauces that they add literally complement the flavors so well and add so much flavor too. We also got this nam khao, and it's a crispy rice salad with coconut, nam, peanuts, lime leaf, pork skin, herbs, and chili. And it's served with lettuce wraps. Our server recommended to make the lettuce wrap and dip it in this jiao mayo, so they included a side of that. Let's squeeze this lime on top. Ooh, it's a juicy lime. We gotta assemble our lettuce wrap, and then we're gonna dip it in the mayo. So crunchy. When they say it's a crispy rice salad, they really mean it because that rice is for sure crispy. It's such a nice texture in the refreshing lettuce wrap as well. You got that crunch from the pork skin and all those herbs bring so much brightness to the dish. And then you even get that really strong peanut flavor. And our server was right. It's really good with this mayo dipping sauce.
If I could tell you, I don't think you'd believe how long I felt this way. I'm begging you to stay. And if I could show you, I'd hope that you could see all the possibilities. There could be a place for you and me. I feel 100 degrees when you call my name. And I don't know what you see. Hope we feel this.
All right, we just took a really nice stroll in the park. If you guys are ever in this area, I definitely recommend checking out Volunteer Park. It's super pretty and really great views, just good vibes all around. But now we are at Sushi Nori. It's a really cute sushi place in Eastlake. They're known for their hand rolls here. So we ordered an assortment of hand rolls, but we also have their spicy tuna chips here. I actually love stuff like this, like spicy tuna crispy rice or just little spicy tuna appetizers. I'm definitely a fan of.
That's when I was recording. That was fun.
The seaweed is nice and fried and crispy. The spicy tuna does have a kick to it. I believe it's a spicy mayo sauce on top, adds this creaminess. Just a perfect little appetizer. All right, our hand rolls just arrived and oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. They're so pretty. I'm in hand roll heaven right now. So here we have the toro, chives, and caviar, the salmon ikura, the spicy salmon cucumber avocado, the spicy tuna cucumber, and the bluefin tuna avocado. They have this guide on how to unwrap your tamaki. So we pull off one side, then we pull off the other side, and we have perfectly crispy seaweed. Look at that. Cheers. That satisfying crunch of the thin seaweed. And this one has chopped up jalapenos on top. Woo, definitely a little bit of heat there. Bluefin tuna. Whoa. Tuna literally melts in your mouth. You got those crispy shallots on top, which adds extra texture and flavor. And then there was a layer of creamy avocado. Let's do the salmon ikura next. The salmon, so fatty. And the ikura, I love the flavor that it adds. It's like a savory, seafoody flavor. So much umami. And I also love the little popping texture that it adds too. This one is the big boy. The big tuna, if you will. It's from their premium section. So it's toro, chives, and caviar on top. I usually don't eat caviar very often, so this is a special treat. Cheers. Wow. I didn't even get to the caviar yet, and it's amazing. Oh my god. The tuna is so fatty. And it has such a pure, like, fresh tuna flavor to it. Oh, it's so good. That caviar adds such a nice saltiness to it. It's like you don't even need soy sauce or anything with this. It's just pure goodness.
If I could show you, I'd hope that you would see.
All right, that's it for part 1 of our Seattle food tour. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on part 2 because there are so many great places and I definitely don't want you guys to miss out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in part 2. Bye!